seeing Jalen being able to be out there and get some shots up, just how have you seen him progress so far?
Yeah, our health performance group does a great job, not just with those evaluations initially, but, being able to bring guys along. And he's got a splint that allows him as much mobility as possible without compromising the healing process. So it's good to get him back out on the court, even if there's obviously things he can't do. But conditioning, just being around the game, he's obviously, I've said it before, I think everybody's pretty aware of what he contributes to the group. And, I think the challenge for us is to keep trying to improve in other areas, and then as he comes back, continue to get better.
Thank you.
Do you have thoughts on how the college football playoff went down? And are you a Washington guy?
Obviously I didn't go to the University of Washington, but both my brothers, my mom and dad, and a lot of friends. I haven't been on that text string, but I was added. But yeah, you grow up, following that and going to those games, and they've got a good team. I like college football. I like NFL. I really like football. There's a lot of things I think for us as basketball coaches we can learn from football coaches. Just have so much respect for the level of preparation and detail. I'm not always aware of what it is on that granular a level, but it's a fun time of year. And obviously, I've become a Georgia fan, so tough to see that happen. But there was a lot of noise in our locker room, coach's locker room, before the Milwaukee game.
Quinn, we saw Bruno go to the Skyhawks. I know you preached the importance of that. Just what was that? Did he talk to you about that?
He initiated that, which is great, and I think those are the windows when, both us and the Skyhawks are, at home, where those opportunities present themselves. And, something as simple as conditioning, to be able to play. Guys like to play, and the stigma sometimes that's attached to that is just not accurate. And it's something that we really believe, and to, have your players understand that and want to play is terrific.
You've been back for a couple of days back home. Thoughts about your preparations to go back to work tomorrow?
Yeah, I think, our preparation, really the biggest thing is having some time, a couple of days to work. I think there's a long stretch where we're, playing every other day. So first thing is, I think, to recharge when you first get back, because the road, I think, takes a lot out of you. Even the first game back from a road trip historically is a tough game. You're back at home and everybody's excited to be back at home, but these last couple of days, you can take obviously the beginning of the road trip with Jalen, and then trying to adjust to that on the fly, and the things that go into that, as far as how you want to play, and you learn a little bit through that process, and then this week, having an opportunity to go back and touch some things, with our habits, to make some adjustments based on the fact that we don't have Jalen. And playing games gives you an opportunity to see where you need to get better more specifically. And so to have a couple days to have a chance to address some of those things, I'd like to have a few more days, but we can't go back to training camp.
Coach, I asked Trey this question, but it seems like we're living in a really special era of point guard play around the league.
Yeah.
And can you just kind of talk, obviously, a special one here, but just what you're seeing night in and night out.
Well, we do have a special one, and I think we've played. Halliburton jumps out. There's, just because he obviously had a great game against us, but you see, it's a unique position. And the ability to balance, creating for other people and also scoring when you need to. I think Trey's embraced the defensive end of that. Different guys have different strengths on both ends of the floor. But as you said, it's unique and different types of point guards. Luka Doncic is a point guard, but he's a big one. Trey obviously does it differently than Luka. You kind of go down the line and start seeing even at Golden State with CP and Steph, and we played another one the other night in Milwaukee with Dame. So the list kind of goes on.